humor me in this discussion today. I know you probably will say that you've humored me and bared with me on some topics that seemed not weird, right? Maybe they are weird, but seemed, at first glance in left field. And hopefully I bring it around and we get to the home base and you say, okay, that makes sense in the construct of resilience. Let's see if I can make good on that one today. So when I say together until we're not, what do you think that means? I'm going to offer you some parameters, some guardrails here for a second. Together until we're not, like transition. The word temporary. How about this one? Impermanence. That might sound a little scary as I'm asking you to join me on this journey called resilience. And to go a little deeper, not considering me in this scenario. For example, and actually, you haven't loved me yet, I don't think. But what about the ones you do already love? Or the ones you say you love? Could you use this kind of conversation with them? Could you say this to them? Hey, I love you. And we're together until we're not. Could you say that to someone even if you're married? Or dating? Or you're just friends? By the way, pardon me, those musical sidebar discussions, that's a great song played by my favorite trumpeter, Chet Baker, Just Friends. You should check that out. Great song. Again, I digress. Wouldn't, couldn't, shouldn't that approach apply to total strangers or with the checkout lady at the grocery store? You are with her for a hot second in that transaction at the checkout counter, aren't you? But that impermanence could not apply to your work and play and true friends and other committed relationships. Meaning those connections, those committed ones, I'm referring to the people in your life that made the cut on the 8 pillars of friendship in the previous episode in the 820 Enterprise. Go back to that if you get a chance to look at that. That's what I mean about those that you do already love. And I'm asking you, could you apply that impermanence overlay to those people in your life? I'm not trying to endorse or justify divorce or legal separation. I remain truly guilty of those occurrences. But just consider the logical and sensible perspective. I told you I would change your perspective on the present moment, didn't I? Okay. This is related to your independent and personal resilience. We have to start there and remain focused on the self-first part of resilience. Even when you have a partner or friend or temporary enemy in your path and on your journey, in all cases, you are with them until you are not. Now, even though that may sound dismissive or an act of avoidance, it is not. It is not also just a practice of survival, but you have to have all of you before, during, and after you leave each other's presence. Let me say that again. You have to have all of you. You should have all of you before, during, and after you leave another's presence. And this may be where that trust at zero gets used in exercise. Again, I think about 2 weeks ago that trust at zero was a favorite episode out there that got comments on. And remember this, the trust at zero and the notion of together until we are not feeds into the daily reset practice of resilience. You really should not count or depend on yesterday's events or successes or failures. Nor should you put stock or money or faith or energy into that fantastical thing called tomorrow, which will never come, by the way. Reset each day and during as many moments as you can during this day. Look at it as the trustometer, or maybe on the together-ometer tool as well. Every moment and day gets refreshed continuously, constantly, presently. It's happening currently as we are discussing this today. And I was elaborating and maybe beating that drum a little too hard, but I have to say it again. You must have all of you before you begin something, as you're doing it, and after you've done it. It may seem like a no-brainer that, of course, I'm going to have all of me. But good to say that. But I'm asking you to take the insightful inward look. Are you truly present in that thing you don't want to do? Only because you have to do it. Are you, not just your mind, is your heart fully in that? Meaning, is all of you in that engagement, whether it be with a committed significant other, spouse, friend, even a foe, but you're spending time there with that person. You are together with that person until you are not. And I'm saying you won't be if you are not fully present there. That's the distinction I'm trying to make here in this conversation. I know the title seems a little bit off-putting, to be together until we're not. But that happens every single day, and many times over that day, and maybe even many times in this moment. That's going to happen. You can be with somebody until you are not. And even more specifically, apply it to yourself. Are you together? Do you have your shit together? All of you, before, during, and after. I'm going to ask you to consider that. To stay present, fully present, as every moment, as each day we are honored to experience again gets refreshed. Constantly, presently, currently. That happens, yes, until you don't have yourself together. So let's do that. Stay present. Stay current. No matter where you are in this world, please remember, it will always be 820.